What's going on, my eaters? It's your boy Chef Drew, aka Chef, aka Big Drew, and today we are giving you a tour of my outdoor kitchen, my lab, my machine. You're gonna see today what I use to make what I do happen, and hopefully I can give you some insights too. But until then, please like, subscribe, do all the things that you need to do to help us continue to bring you this content. Let's go. I'm standing in my outdoor kitchen right now. I'm going to show you the smokers and the things that I use to cook this food and to make this barbecue. Okay, so when I got into barbecue, I heard that you had to pick. You had to pick what kind of cooker was for you. What were you gonna use? And at the time, I just went offset. There wasn't no whole bunch of research or anything. I just looked at the options available and felt like that was the thing I wanted to do, the thing that made the most sense. So that's what I did. So this right here, as far as I'm concerned, this is the smoker that got it started for me. This is my Old Country. I don't want to call it the model because I'm going to mess the model up. But Old Country is an Academy Sports brand. I haven't really been able to find it anywhere else. Old Country Barbecue. Y'all, they make great grills. This is my first offset, 1/4-inch steel, holds temperature great, pretty straightforward offset smoker. This is the thing that it all started on when we started Pink's Barbecue, or relaunched Pink's Barbecue. It was this barbecue in my driveway, this smoker in my driveway, and that's it. We outgrew this one very quickly. And then you'll see right here next to it, I got another one. This one is a little bit different than the first one. The main difference is this one is thicker gauge steel. When I bought this one, I think it was about $1,000. That one was about $600-700. Old Country, Academy Sports, they have different models. These are the offsets I started with. I still use them regularly. Great cookers. If you want something that's not going to break the bank terribly, but something that's going to last and do what you need it to do, I say start with an Old Country. When we outgrew these, or in the process of even purchasing that one, I knew I needed something bigger. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to build my own smoker. And so that's what we did. So over here, you see our big boy. This is my 500-gallon propane tank. I think it's 500 gallons. I'm pretty sure it is. But this is what I use when we got to do big cooks. I got a 48-inch Santa Maria grill over there that we use to make jerk chicken and some other things. I got some repairs I got to do on it right now. But we had this custom built. The trailer was custom built. The smoker was custom built. The grill was bought separately. That came out of a company in Arizona. However, we customized it and put it on this custom trailer with this custom smoker. So this right here, when we knew we were up leveling, we had to get this done. With this, it just enabled us to just produce a lot more food, made us more efficient. Now we're at a place where I'm trying to be even more efficient. So what's that mean? Daddy got to buy another smoker, bigger one. Stay tuned for that one. When you do barbecue or live fire cooking, one thing that you always need is fire. You need a heat source. You need coal. And so this right here, this is our coal burner. When we're doing big cooks, or we're going to be cooking for a long time, we start loading this up, burning wood in it, and then we burn the wood on top, and then the coals drop to the bottom. We scoop the coals out, and that's how we are able to provide heat for these other smokers when needed. Also, it doubles as a great fire pit in the fall and the winter. When you invite people over, you want to make some s'mores or something, or, you know, you and the wife, in my case, sit out here, you want to create a little ambiance. Your coal burner can be your fire pit too, y'all. Just saying. We have our Asado Cross and grill from AJ's Custom Cookers. They're out of Texas. Y'all, this is just a beast. It's produced to cook whole animals, butterfly open fire, Argentinian or asado style. So that's what you do on that part of the contraption. You build the fire here. So if we have an animal on that, we're burning coals. We're bringing coals from the fire pit that I showed you over here to keep the animal cooking. At the same time, we can also grill on it. AJ's Custom Cookers. I think they're out of Fort Worth. Don't hold me to that. He's in Texas, though. Great guy. He'll get you done up right. Love it. This is my skewer grill. I kind of bucked up on this. Somebody gave me this grill and they knew I did live fire stuff. And they're like, "Chef, you want this?" I'm like, "Yeah," but I didn't know what I was going to do with it, quite honestly, y'all. But I got it because it's a grill. Why wouldn't I want a free grill? It's handmade. I got it. It sat here for a while. Then I'm like, yo, I know what I can do with it. So I've turned this into my skewer grill. We have different types of skewers that we use. These are made by Super Skewer. He makes these different types of skewers for all your skewing needs. But that's what we use this grill for. If I wanted to, I could put some grates on it and use it as a traditional charcoal grill as well. But that's my skewer grill. Love it. And then many of you have owned these or seen these or want these or all of them. I think every household should have them. My Weber kettles. I have a small one and a big one. That small one, y'all, I've had that kettle since 2008. Gwen and I were opening a Jamaican restaurant. It was very important for me to have authentic jerk chicken or jerk pork. There's no way to do that without wood fire. So we bought that grill, and that's what we made our jerk chicken on and jerk pork on for 2 years when we had that restaurant. One of the greatest purchases I've ever made. Now I got a bigger one. That bigger one, someone actually gave it to me for free. They were moving. I got a couple free grills, y'all, so I'm excited about that. But in any case, a Weber kettle, anything I can do except cook a whole animal, unless it's a chicken, anything I can do on any of these other cookers, you can do on the Weber kettle. If you want to challenge me to it, we can talk about it. Yeah, so y'all, that was just a little walk through my wood fire kitchen right now. There are definitely pieces that I would still like to own. I want a pellet grill at some point. I would love a drum smoker. But I've been put on a freeze right now for cooking equipment. So pray for me, y'all. I got to talk to Gwen, see if she'll let me get, at least the stuff I want. I got to get my pellet. I got to get my drum, and I got to get my big boy 1,000-gallon smoker. After that, I should be good for a little bit maybe, but I kind of want a cabinet smoker too. Yeah, so I didn't do this to boast or brag, y'all. When we originally started Pink's BBQ, we started with some friends and we bought another smoker, which I do not have today. And I do not have that smoker because it got stolen. But I remember the purpose of this episode right now, if you don't get anything else. I remember, and you've heard me talk about this before, I remember when that smoker got stolen, y'all. I was in a panic. I was really, really about to go acquire $30,000 or $40,000 of debt and buy the smoker that I really dreamed of and was going to start that way. I ran that idea by my homeboy, my brother John, and he was emphatic, y'all. Do not go into debt for this. You don't need that headache. Just wait, create a plan, and take your time and get the smoker that you want. Y'all, that was a very hard pill to swallow at the time just because I'm not wired that way. I'm a fixer. So something happened, I wanted to fix it, and I wanted to fix it fast. But quite honestly, I really didn't want to spend the money at the time. So what John was saying had a lot more credence to me. And I listened to him. And thank God I did. I listened to him and I did not, and I started with that first Old Country. I went to Academy, I bought that first Old Country I showed y'all, and we started the process. It took a few years, y'all. But let me tell you, after a few years, I got another smoker, then I got another smoker, then I got another grill, then I got another. And all of a sudden, now it looks like what you just saw today. And this is all because, one, I took heed to what somebody else said, who knew me, who knew my situation, and who genuinely cared about the success of me and the business. I listened. You got to listen to the people around you, y'all. You got to listen to your team. Don't never be so prideful enough to think that you know it all or you got the answer. So I listened to John, and we took the time, and we acquired all this stuff. And y'all, one of the greatest business decisions I've ever made. I'm glad I listened. It was hard at first. There was a lot of frustration that came with it. But one thing I did not have was a $30,000 or $40,000 noose around my neck. Now, would I have paid the money? I absolutely would have paid the money. And I would have done what needed to be done to get my smoker. However, and keep it. However, I did it. I still got it all. And I spent a lot less than $30,000 or $40,000 on my cookers. I think if I combined everything you see here today, maybe I'm about half of that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, sometimes in business, sometimes in entrepreneurship, we have to put aside the things that we want, the things that we want to do for the better outcome. So be patient, be encouraged, whatever it is you got going on today. Don't let the gaps and don't let the losses become mountains. Just create a plan and work that plan until your picture looks like what you want it to look like. Create the plan. I knew when I bought that first Old Country that it wasn't all I needed. I knew it wasn't enough. But I bought it to start the plan. And starting the plan gave us the capital and the resources to work the plan. We worked the plan. Now I got way more cooking. I could probably cook for 1,000 people out here easy. But if I wouldn't have listened, if I would have been impatient, I really genuinely believe that I wouldn't have everything I have right now. And just the story, the road would have been much more tumultuous. So y'all, as an entrepreneur, just be patient. Work, make a plan, work the plan, trust your people and your team. And I promise you, you will get everywhere you need to be. Y'all, you know our purpose, my purpose, Joe's purpose, Andy's purpose with this channel is to educate you, excite you, and empower you into the business that you want for yourself, into the life that you want for yourself. So please, y'all, thank you, and to help us continue to bring you this content, like, subscribe, do all the things that you need to do to help us do that. And make sure on all podcast platforms you go follow our homeboys Chuck and John on Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and John. Great guys, great content. And until next time, y'all, we are gone.